What do investment bankers actually do? How much money do they really make? And why are their suits always so damn perfect? Welcome to How to Become. In this episode, we're talking investment bankers. Investment bankers are basically the middlemen of the corporate world. They help companies raise funds, go public, or merge with others. Besides comparing business card fonts, of course. Unlike stockbrokers, who deal in day-to-day trading, investment bankers focus on the big picture. They analyze markets, predict trends, and create strategies that make investors say,
"Take my money."
And this profession has been shaping the world for centuries. In 1602, the Dutch East India Company launched the Amsterdam Stock Exchange, starting the world's first stock market and early investment banking. By 1792, the New York Stock Exchange was founded, bringing structure to the industry. In the 1800s, the Rothschilds changed global finance, funding governments and infrastructure with innovative bond strategies. By the 1860s, JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs redefined the game, focusing on underwriting and mergers. In the 1950s, banks expanded into corporate advising, mergers and acquisitions, and initial public offerings. In the 1990s, investment banks went global, embracing new technology to speed up trading and improve data analysis. The 2008 financial crisis shook the industry, pushing for tighter regulations and risk management. In the 2010s, banks dived into wealth management, fintech, and AI to stay competitive. And nowadays, it's all about finding the next big thing: clean energy, biotech, ESG investments, or billion-dollar unicorn startups. And occasionally, meme stocks. First, a disclaimer: investment banking isn't for everyone. It's a steep ladder, drenched in spilled coffee, shattered dreams, and terms like cutthroat and a beta. Still interested? Let's see. Start with the basics: a finance or business degree. If you're aiming for the top, an MBA will set you apart. Internships are your first taste of 100-hour work weeks, living on caffeine and hearing circle back so often it haunts your dreams. Here you'll pick up buzzwords, learn to dodge flying office supplies when deals go south, and meet future allies and rivals. Next stop, analyst role. This is where you learn the ropes and pass the must-have licensing exams, the investment banker's version of being knighted. Chase high-profile deals, and maybe someone might notice you're not just an Excel wizard, but can actually talk to humans. After a few years of all-nighters and caffeine-fueled aha moments, you might claw your way to associate. Now you're leading deals, mentoring analysts, and eating meals sitting down sometimes. You'll polish your soft skills like negotiation and staying cool after hearing,
"We need this done yesterday."
From there, specialize. IPOs, tech startups, real estate, whatever makes you tick. A network like your life depends on it, because it kinda does. Meet people, memorize names, and learn to smile through exhaustion. And someday, you might land the holy grail, VP or managing director. At this point, you're no longer just playing the game, you're running it, all from that coveted corner office. Aspiring investment bankers, take notes. Here's the blueprint for success. Ruth Porat, an investment banker turned powerhouse in tech and finance. At Morgan Stanley, Ruth was the steady hand industries turned to in their darkest hours. She guided Amazon through the dot-com crash and played a critical role in the 2008 financial crisis, advising on the largest US bailouts and stabilizing entire sectors. Then, in 2015, she brought her brilliance to Google, becoming CFO and driving its meteoric rise into a trillion-dollar empire. Thriving in a field often seen as a boys' club, Ruth shattered barriers and redefined top-level leadership in finance. Let's be honest, nobody's putting up with 100-hour weeks in investment banking because it's fun. The paycheck is the carrot on the stick. And trust us, it's a very shiny carrot. On average, they earn $200 to $300K a year, including bonuses, and that's just the average. Bonuses often match or surpass base salaries, with top performers earning millions. For some, these enormous payouts lead to a work hard, retire young strategy. Others, however, fall into the one more year trap, chasing the promise of financial freedom while struggling to break free from golden handcuffs that only tighten as the payouts get sweeter. If you want to get rich, consider the New York and London markets. And even places like Sydney or Zurich, make sure you're well compensated for those sleepless nights. But it's not all cash and champagne. The hours are brutal, the stress is endless, and your coffee habit will hit subscription status. You'll make money, but finding time to spend it, that's the real challenge. Now let's crunch some fun facts. Did you know JP Morgan helped fund the Titanic? Not the best ROI. Speaking of JP, he had a nose so big it could have gone viral if memes existed back then. But hey, he did bail out the US, so he got the last laugh. In 2020, a Goldman Sachs banker made $15 million at 30. We're all reconsidering our life choices now. And power naps? Investment bankers perfected them, usually under their desks, fueled by 6 coffees a day, and they still needed naps. Did you know the titans of finance have nicknames? Goldman Sachs is the Vampire Squid, Morgan Stanley is the Morgan Mafia, and JP Morgan is the House of Morgan. What is this? Game of Thrones? If you want to learn about finance careers with a little less grind, check the link in the description. Hate numbers but love adrenaline? Click the videos on the screen to learn how to become a firefighter or an FBI negotiator. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next episode about another fascinating career.